4chan contends it isn't subject to the UK's regulations, while Ofcom asserts that the Online Safety Act applies to any service with a significant number of users in the UK, regardless of where the company is based. So that's something that I think I agree with 4chan on this. To be honest with you, I think that the UK has no right to try to force their regulations onto anybody in the US, especially.
Again, I disagree with that point. If you've got a office in the UK, then you've got to abide by UK laws. But
I have seen
it's only based in, I believe it's only based in the US. It hasn't got any outside offices.
I've looked at a lot of privacy policies and terms of service with pretty much anything that I do. And mostly, there's always that page. You have to click, you have to give them permission. You have to check the little box, little EU requirements box on pretty much just about anything pertaining to the internet. So they kind of, the European Union kind of has a stranglehold over the internet. This is kind of true. Living in Poland.
UK, Australia, especially recently, Canada as well.
Oh yeah, Five Eyes for sure. They've always been up people's asses without their permission. Yeah.
I personally feel that a lot of these platforms, first of all, are cowards, and second of all, freaking just because they have a freaking office in that country, that doesn't mean that it has to be internationally freaking regulated. If that office that's in England, let me finish. That office in England should enforce those regulations in England.
But you can't with companies like YouTube because how they're set up at the moment, they deliver all the content to you as long as they got access to your country. So it doesn't matter if you're in the US or in UK or in Australia, you can all access the same content.
All they have to do is stack the
YouTube would have
system.
to change its entire infrastructure, or is the conceptual.
I found out by doing the research on this that all they have to do is stack their system, and not only if they
that's going to take a lot of work.
I also found out that if they did this, most of these regulators would actually agree with it and like it. Okay, it's the kind of thing that they would actually endorse and encourage. Okay, because it gives, first of all, in the terms of service, whenever a person goes in and they agree to these terms of services, okay, if you give them the option to decline the terms of service, and then later on if they change their minds, then they can go ahead and they can accept it. That gives them the opportunity to make the choice for themselves instead of having
and opt out at any point.
And if they choose not to opt in, then freaking make it to where they can't freaking live stream or they can't do uploads with videos if that goes against the policies.
You are talking about our other projects. YouTube and Facebook and these things are not set up for that sort of infrastructure.
That's the way they need to be. They need to get rid of their laziness and start doing it the right way. The way freaking people deserve to have their freaking stuff, because the thing of it is like, if you don't agree with it, your identity on that platform is gone. That's the worst part about it. You know what I mean? It's like they just completely destroy your entire identity, and there's people that's been on there for years at a time building up their channels.
You disagree? Well, you can always export your content elsewhere.
That doesn't work out. That's not even logical.
If you're a content creator, you've got work to do. It may be
decentralized, decentralized social media.
You could use things like permaweb and BitTorrent and whatever. But
And it's not really
Yeah,
that
but-
hard either.
but you still got to set up the infrastructure yourself anyway.
Well,
in the first
even the platforms too, like stacking freaking the system is not hard, dude. Seriously. I mean, you're making it out like it's just going to have to be this huge freaking process, and it's not a freaking.
It might be. It might drink you amount of I don't know, 5,000 hours worth of content to think of this storage requirements for that.
Yeah, let's look at the storage freaking that YouTube and Facebook and Meta and Alphabet Inc. has, dude. I mean, they've got the storage space. YouTube is the only platform where I can put a video on there and it'll be on there freaking 5 years from now. You can't even do that on Rumble, dude.
20 years. Yeah.
You can't? Do you get videos deleted on Rumble?
Well, they haven't been around that long. 20 years.
It's
Wait
like
a minute. That means I gotta check my Rumble.
Read the terms of services on that one.
so. I mean, it's interesting. Sonya got bored. She ran off.
Yeah, she said it's too loud over there.
She said,
I have my video from a year ago still there. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
"Well, since I was able to say my piece, I'm gonna open it up because I'm
3-hour video I posted a year ago about my Minecraft game.
From 15 years ago.
I've still got stuff on YouTube from when I
Oh yeah,
first started
YouTube.
doing all
No question.
that, you know. But
Unless they flag you and delete you.
yeah, see, that's my whole point. You know what I mean? Like what this is freaking forced consent, and this is actually a term that's used. Okay, it's not something that's just invented. When they turn around and they give you these freaking terms of services and tell you that at later points they can change it on you, that's called forced consent.
No,
People-
it's not.
Yes, it
You
is.
choose
Switch and bait.
you choose to decide to agree to that initial term
That
of
is
service
called
with that
That is
wording
called
in the
forced
first place.
consent.
That's not false consent. You could choose another platform. You could create your own infrastructure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
choose
just
another platform.
it's called forced consent, dude.
No, it's not. Nobody's pointing a gun at your head saying you have to sign up to YouTube.
You are probably the most compliant person I've known on the face of this planet, dude. Okay.
Dude, you're part of the system. You're part of the problem.
Yeah.
He's the lady in the red dress over here.
It's like forced compliance, forced consent is what
It's
that
not.
is. Okay. And the thing of it is it's definitely a platform issue. It's not freaking regulations issue. Like I said, these regulatory agencies would freaking love for freaking these platforms to have systems set up like that, but they refuse to do it because they are lazy and they don't want to respect jurisdiction. It's easier for them to say, we're just going to blanket statement everything so that freaking we don't have to deal with jurisdiction.
Governments go, as we were talking about before, why don't governments create internal country firewalls?
Well, that's what
Restrict DNS.
Hey, I agree with that. Why don't they do it? It's their job. That's what they should be doing anyhow. They shouldn't be finding these platforms to freaking do their jobs. That's what they're supposed to be doing.
That's a short-term sort of sticker that's or plaster that's not going to work anyway. In the case of 4chan.
It was like we went over the terms, or no, what was it? We went over those things whenever I got my warning on YouTube. Okay. And I was talking to you there, and I told you about how they've been manipulating the community guidelines in order to avoid having to deal with freaking jurisdictions on YouTube. See, if they went according to freaking the laws that were set down by these areas like the EU and the UK and the United States, then they would have to worry about jurisdictions. But since they created community guidelines, they can enforce everything on a blanket freaking level and they don't have to worry about what country you're in. You know, like they can force EU regulations, UN regulations. They can enforce all that stuff on you, and you can't say nothing because it doesn't.
Yeah, you can. You can say, thank you, I don't want an account with you anymore.
After 15 years of freaking using their services.
Then you do a entire social media platform marketing thing saying I'm moving over to this site. Do a Facebook, do a YouTube thing, do a whatever, do kick everything, and then market yourself. Market your new site.
So let's talk to the intelligent people. Let's hear what Tan and V has to say, because we've been doing a lot of talking. What's your take on it, you guys? Tan, V.
You gotta check yourself before you wreck yourself.
What's your take on it, Tan?
I don't know what to make of it. I mean, so the lawsuit in the UK, there are two lawsuits, one in the UK and one in the US.
Ofcom or Office of Communications got a lawsuit against 4chan, and 4chan's got a lawsuit against Ofcom. in result.
Okay.
Now, 4chan's lawsuit is here in the United States, and the one with Ofcom, they did the £20,000 fine against 4chan over in the UK. So
I don't know. So wait, what does Mark think about the lawsuit? Do they have a chance or?
No, because you need in Ofcom's situation, you would need a similar law or similar in scope law in the US, and because the US Constitution talks about First Amendment, free speech, and governments will not push. It will fail. I thought so. So a judge will just ignore it, else the judge would be ignoring the First Amendment. A US judge would be ignoring the US Constitution. If let's say the CEO of 4chan came to the UK, then there could possibly be an arrest. There was a situation a couple of months ago with I think it was PayPal and France.
Oh no, that was I know that was actually
PayPal
Odyssey.
Yeah, I can't remember, but it was something. Yeah, the French did something similar a couple of months ago.
Telegram.
Okay.
So in the UK, you are not allowed to have any site that hosts pornographic materials?
Any sites that I can't remember the word of the legislation. It's something like anything that could be deemed, to paraphrase, hate speech, anything that could be deemed as grossly offensive. But the definition, there's a UK legal definition for the word grossly, but there isn't a UK definition for the offence. I think.
Yeah. Is there a legal definition for offence?
I don't think so.